Gemini, this is going to be your reading for the end of November, moving into December, wrapping up the powerful Scorpio season and moving into the expansive energy of Sagittarius season. It's good for any placement of Gemini in your natal chart, but as always, keep in mind, this is a general reading, so it might not resonate with everyone that watches. If this doesn't hit it for you, Gemini, try watching readings on this channel for other placements of your natal chart. You could find your messages there instead, or in addition to this message about different parts of your life. If you want to book a private reading with me, though, a one-on-one reading with me that is not general but is personal and just for you, the link to my website to schedule a personal reading with me is down in the description below this video. If you're new, this is Soma Chandra Tarot. Subscribe and hit the bell so you know when I read for your sign. Right now it's Soma Chandra Gemini. Gemini, my mercurial little tricksters, how are you, my dear ones? I just love reading for you guys. You always make me laugh. So funny, so quick. I think there's a lot going on for you at the end of the month. I think that you are definitely going to be learning the difference between your feelings, your other people's feelings, and the difference between instincts and intuition, which are different. Like psychic intuition and our basic instincts as an animal are very different. And there's going to be opportunity for you to feel those differences and see those differences. But I also can see that there's some other really fun, cool stuff pulling you to help you connect with yourself and make you happy and proud. Communication is going to change. And you're also going to deal with this fact that the truth is subjective. You may have some relationships in your life that you can't quite get to the bottom of your truth versus someone else's truth. And it may cause you to feel a little isolated, and it may cause you to pause when you make your next decision about what direction to take your life. But I can see that you do want to open up to new experiences. It just means stepping outside of a comfort zone for you. Yeah, big time. So lots of cards came out of the Life Coaching Oracle deck. Aries said we needed to use this deck moving forward, so we have them to thank for that. Your guides wanted me to use it as well, too. Never a dull moment with you guys. 4 cards came out, and they did want me to look at the bottom of the deck. Number 6, intuition. You are learning to embrace and trust your own inner knowing. I believe, based on what I saw in the tarot here and some of the other oracle cards, Gemini, that you will face some kind of a test, a personal test, about whether or not you can trust your own intuition and our own inner knowing. It can be difficult to trust intuition. Trust me, I ought to know. I use my psychic intuition and my basic instincts every day for work, not just for survival, but for work. And intuitive downloads and intuitive knowings can be incredibly subtle. And if for any reason you were conditioned to ignore those things at some point in your life, it can be even harder to trust your intuition. So at this time, you will be continuing to learn to use and trust your inner knowing and your intuition, which is a me, myself, and I kind of thing. Let me skip, though, to empath. This is what may make it difficult for you. And some of you, it may play out in an intimate relationship of some kind. You also got card 51, empath. You may be confusing other people's energy with your own. Okay, I'm passing you a glass of wine or something because I understand this. I'm like, yeah, that's a tough one. You may be confusing other people's energy with your own. If you have psychic empathic abilities, like I do, like I really recommend grounding. Whatever it is that keeps you in your body and focused on your present moment, Gemini, might really help you end of November, beginning of December. You'll be very sensitive to other people's feelings and catch yourself in this moment. I think you guys are going to have some moments where it's like, I want to trust my gut and my intuition here, but I'm very concerned about other people's feelings. And you might have these moments where you confuse other people's feelings with your own. If I may be frank and honest, and I feel like I can be with you guys because you're fellow air signs like me, I'm a Libra. I don't know why so many people think that this is a cool word to put on their name tag, because from a clinical aspect, An empath is a person that was probably taught at a really early age to minimize, stifle, and ignore their own feelings because someone else's feelings were supposed to be more important. That shit'll F you up when you're older, right? Raise your hand if you know what I mean. But we all do this to a degree, and it does mean that you're kind and sensitive. But be careful. Right now, you might confuse other people's feelings with your own. Listen to your own intuition at this time. I believe that some of you at the end of the month and moving forward will have to make a decision that's very much based on your personal goals and direction in life. And you might be very concerned about how it's going to affect other people. That's nice that you care about other people's feelings, Gemini, but we must live for ourselves. This might be a little difficult for you, and it might make you a little gloomy. Spirit is coming in to say to you, yo, it's time to lighten up. You may be taking life too seriously. And I was like, when this card came out, I was like, what, Gemini? My born comedians, my silly ones, my lighthearted ones, you guys are like this little firecracker breath of fresh air. There's a couple signs that just sweep me off my feet every time I'm around them energetically. And Geminis are actually people that I turn to help me lighten up. But you do have a mercurial side, and not everyone realizes this about you. You might have been a little gloomy. I mean, there's something difficult between yourself and another person. Spirit's saying to you, hey, when was the last time you smiled? When was the last time you laughed at a fart joke? Okay, like something really silly. Like you might be taking things a little too seriously right now. It's time to lighten up. Don't get sucked into other people's feelings. It might be dimming you in some way, Gemini. So it's really important to not take life so seriously right now. Don't confuse other people's feelings with your own. And again, a test of your intuition and your own inner knowing. Connection came out as well. You are very connected to the heavenly realms. This comes with a price tag, right? Because when we are connected to the heavenly realms, we are naturally going to get more intuitive hits. As someone who does this again every day for work, I got to tell you, it can be a little draining. It's okay to say to Spirit, I totally love being connected to you guys in the heavenly realms, but can you give me support? Because I'm kind of heavy right now, and I'm feeling a little bit empathic right now. If you're connected to the heavenly realms, you can have a working two-way relationship with Spirit and your guides. Ask for them to help you lighten up. Ask for them to help you feel your own feelings and to help you use your intuition in a positive, healthy, constructive way, because the connection is there. And you may feel it now more than ever. Also, creative projects came out at the bottom of the deck, and they wanted me to notice that. Obsession. Okay, get out of your head and back into your heart for sure. That might be something you face in December, but it's time to get things done. Make your creative projects a priority right now. And I noticed that at the bottom of the astrology deck was the 5th house. The 5th house is where you have fun and romance. It's a house of elementary education as well. It's a house of pleasure and play and leisure. Sometimes children are involved with this house as well. But for me, the 5th house is a house of creativity. It's definitely time to make time, Gemini, to create things that you're really proud of. 5th house is Leo. 5th house is fun house. It wants you to be creative. I feel like the 5th house and creative projects are pulling you in. And if you focus on your creative projects and creative endeavors, and you focus on creating things that you're proud of, that you can share with others, there will be speculation surrounding those things. You may end up stepping into a spotlight. It will make you feel connected to yourself and not everybody else's emotions, little Mr. and Miss Empath, and it'll make you feel good. It's definitely time to focus on heightened creativity for sure. Also, you have 3 cards came out. So you have a 5th house activation, and a sign of Aquarius is influencing you into the transition of Sagittarius season, and 2 planets, Pluto and Mercury with Aquarius in the 5th house. Pluto is the way we deal with society. It's also where we get in touch with our personal motivations. This is your ability to transform and take a big leap forward. Get organized when Pluto comes out. With Aquarius and Mercury, I mean, Aquarius is freedom loving and rebellious and idealistic and technologically advanced. And Mercury is your planet. That's how we talk, travel, think, and communicate. I think that some of you may be breaking a glass ceiling in some way. I think that there could be a very rebellious new way that you break out of an old communication style. Because again, Mercury is think, communicate, write, talk, travel. There may be a major change for you in the way you do those things, the way you travel through life. I also hear that some of you may get some kind of an upgrade to your vehicle or your cell phone or a laptop or a piece of technology that will help you move more quickly and efficiently through life. This has been a long time coming. But I see massive changes in the way you communicate, the way you think about things. Aquarius wants you to free yourself from anything antiquated that's holding you back. It may seem rebellious to you or other people, but it's only going to help you move more quickly and efficiently, and it could bring about transformation. I know you people like to move fast because you're ruled by the fastest damn planet in the solar system. In order to move more quickly, Gemini, you may need to be rebellious and elicit change. Yeah. Some of you may be breaking out of a relationship too, or changing a relationship dynamic. There is a relationship dynamic that may need to change. I do see here with the moon as your final outcome. You may be confused about how you feel, and other people's feelings may be influencing your actions moving forward in some way. It may be difficult for you to get to a truth. And again, the truth is subjective because what came out for you was dragonfly and dolphin spirit. Dragon spirit, truth transcends illusion, and dolphin, this and that are true. At the bottom of the deck, I do have otter, you're never alone. Some of you may feel isolated at the moment, and Spirit is reminding you that you're never alone, but it may be a struggle for you to get in touch with why you feel this way. You may have to face a truth that's difficult for you to face. You may have someone in your environment that is not going to see things the way you do. This might not be the month to have the breakthrough either, but it doesn't hurt to try. You guys are pretty slick, you're pretty quick. You're magicians and you're, unmatched skills in communication. So you might be able to break a pattern here. But this and that are true comes with a very specific message. Your truth is your truth and someone else's truth is their truth. And you can both be right, but you can both be wrong at the same time. It will be a time of having to separate and see your truth versus another person's truth, maybe many people's truths, and understand that the truth is subjective. Shit, even research you can make any results you want. I mean, you're going to have to look past the abstract at the mean data right now, Gemini. Your truth is going to be your truth and other people's truths are going to be their truths. And there is a truth that needs to transcend an illusion. That's not happening for you. Watch out for patterns of dishonesty, passive-aggressive communication, revisionist history, rewriting history. There is a truth that could set you free, but I kind of get the sense that you have a person in your environment that will not allow you to do that. This might be making you feel kind of alone. Things could be opposite, roles could be reversed. And furthermore, it could tug on that empath label that we want to acknowledge, but we don't necessarily want to wear that on our name tag all the time because we don't want to confuse other people's feelings with our own. And it may just be a moment, Gem, where you have to say, look, please don't confuse your truth with my truth because they're two different things. And that's just how it is. Yeah, be prepared for that to not be easy for yourself or someone else. But you really look like you're trying to go somewhere. I think you might be being met with someone's disapproval. So you're being seen at the end of the month, beginning of December, as the Page of Wands in the Chariot. Well, that's nice. Some of you are chit-chatting with a Cancerian. This is a card combination of travel and being open to new experiences. If you've been at all bored, it's time to go somewhere. I see that you are calibrating the GPS of your soul. You definitely want forward motion. Some of you may be traveling again with a new vehicle. Some of you may be making use of public transportation as well, and that could be fun for you. I see that you do want to go. I see that you want forward motion. Some of you have maybe a part of fortune or north node or a midheaven in Cancer. You're going to get into that. You're going to lean into that. In particular, my people in their late 30s and early 40s. I'm feeling it hella big time for that generation. This is good. I think you do want to get going somewhere, and you want to leave trouble in the rear view, and you want to be victorious, and you want to try new things with the Page of Wands. You may be saying, hey, can we travel? You may be in and out. You may feel kind of transitory at this time. The way you're feeling is the Fool, the Magician, and the Nine of Cups. Well, I'll take that with a bag of chips all day long. Feeling very free with the Aries energy. The Fool is the most powerful card in the deck, in my personal opinion. It's where we take a leap of faith and we capture authenticity. And yes, we feel a little foolish and reckless, but you only live once. That's what the Fool has to say. Wanting a breath of fresh air, wanting to feel light and happy and good. I also see that you are a manifester right now, and what you are manifesting is happiness. I do think at the beginning of December, you will feel some instant gratification. Over creating something that you're proud of, you're manifesting something that you will be very satisfied with in the moment, and it'll make you happy, make you light, make you happy, feeling pretty good about what you are doing. You will have beginner's luck. You will make things up as you go along, but you have a chance to have like the Midas touch and be pretty damn satisfied with what you create. Some of you may be traveling for work and showing people what you got. This might be a new journey for you, and it's something that you want to do that could feel pretty good. But when it comes to direction, you seem stressed out. Two of Wands, you're trying to pick a path to move forward. But if anything's holding you back, it's fear and anxiety and worry about what direction to go. Just stay focused on your present moment. What if I told you you didn't have to 100% know the final destination, Gem? I also think it's possible that you have a person in your environment that you're worried about their feelings. And as a result of that, it makes it difficult for you to claim this personal power and authenticity. Your deeper feelings, it's ironic, this person or the environment shows the Hangman, and so do you as well. Pisces energy here. You could be dealing with a Pisces, or maybe you have Pisces in your chart. It might be in a difficult placement for you. We have the Hangman, the Knight of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups, and the Ace of Cups. Interesting. I can read this one of two ways in your deeper feelings. Some of you do want to move forward and pursue new love. You want to open up to creativity. You definitely want independence and self-sufficiency. But you may struggle to step outside of a comfort zone. You may pause and realize there's nothing you can do about a certain situation. For some of you, this may be an earth sign. This earth sign could be one of your adult children. I do see kids maybe showing up here. You have to let them be themselves. Some of you feel like you need to take a pause and look back over your shoulder before you move forward. You may want to create opportunities in your life for both love and creative emotional endeavors, but also self-sufficiency and financial abundance as well. And you might not be sure which direction to take to get there. This is not necessarily solution focused. Keep being the magician, Gemini, because, I mean, that's someone with a plan. Just keep executing a plan. But you may have to make a choice between like personal life path or love or pleasing yourself versus someone else. Yeah. And there is a confusion over what the right thing to do will be, and maybe how it might be impacting other people's feelings. Watch out for a person unintentionally, emotionally manipulating you. Because I do see that you have an emotional person in your environment. This could be a friend, family member, romantic partner. You take it as it resonates. Co-worker even. I'm hearing for some of you, it may be a mother figure. Because in the environment, we have the Queen of Cups and the Six of Cups. So this may be a person that's very nostalgic and very emotional. This person spends quite a lot of time in the past. For some of you, this may be your projection of your future self onto the environment. Watch out for living for the past, living in the past. You may be worried about children. You may be worried about uprooting yourself. Or you have this very emotional person around you that is kind of stuck in the past. What's between the two of you is the Tower and the Five of Cups. A Scorpio could be involved or was involved. There has been a disappointment. This person may feel like everything between the two of you or in their life is chaotic, and you may feel that way too. This and that are true, Gemini. Make sure you're in touch with your own feelings, because you are having some feelings here. Feelings of both happiness and instant gratification, but also feelings of stress. That's intense. And there is a disappointment perhaps happening over massive change. This may have happened very recently, or it might have happened a long time ago. You have this emotional person here that's sad about maybe a chaotic change or shift. Maybe sad about like moving or relocating, and you're like, come on, we can do this and it's going to make us happy. And they might be like, I don't know if it will or not. I'm disappointed. There is a disappointment happening. And fear that's being maybe projected onto you. The way this person feels, I have the Seven of Swords, the Page of Swords, and the Knight of Swords. Goodness. Okay, I kind of feel like that's you trying to get out of this situation by the skin of your teeth. And I feel like someone may chase you and keep an eye on you. Boundaries are a thing. Communication may be better. This person may have an impulsive streak. This person definitely is not going to be comfortable until they get more information. They may also struggle to tell you how they themselves really feel. Watch out for someone playing a weird little game with you. Watch out for someone trying to keep you in the past, in their past. There is a duck and weave happening. It's almost like they're watching you create something and it's eliciting some weird emotional trigger response in them. I don't think it's intentional on your part, but it's making you stressed out about your next move. That I can see. And this person's actions towards you is the Four of Cups and the Hangman. Okay. Like you, they are radically accepting something with the Hangman. They just have to pause and surrender. And wait, everybody needs to wait for their soul and their earthly body to come into alignment so they can see things for what they really are. But in the meantime, this person's going to be in the emotional reevaluation station, and there may be a gloominess. Communication could be better. And there's going to be like a holding back. Watch out for a possessiveness in some way coming from someone. There's also a need to be careful with money, finances, and resources. Watch out for holding on to things too tightly that you do not need. You may need to tell this person that as well, because their deeper emotions are the Two of Swords, the Seven of Pentacles, Justice, that's Libra, and the Five of Swords. Three of Swords is at the bottom of the deck. Here's the Four of Cups again. This person is having a hard time dealing with the consequences of a choice that they may have made in the past. This person may be angry at a choice that the two of you made or that you yourself made. This person is not liking the way something is going down. They don't want to see something. They have to make a choice. They stand here and think about what they've invested. They have to deal with consequence for a major choice, and they may have like a fighting face on, like their game face is on for sure. They may be angry. They may feel like they need to fight. They may be regretful or angry about a decision. They are definitely at an impasse about how they feel or what they want to do next. There's just been some chaos or a chaotic shift that's happened between the two of you. It's both leading you to very different spiritual lessons. So don't confuse yours with theirs. And definitely understand that there's going to be a confusion about what the truth is and who's right versus wrong. And I can see why this might be heavy for you and kind of rain on a parade for you a little bit. The final outcome is the moon. Things are not as they seem. There will be heavy emotion. There is a lot of untapped hidden potential with the moon though, but you've got to get in touch with the way you really feel. Psychic intuition is activated. There is possibility for delusion and illusion. So again, I feel like you guys are going to get a test with your empathic stuff that we all can be susceptible to at times, and your ability to trust your own intuition. I really think that the creativity piece, focusing on creative projects and getting in touch with the 5th house, will help you communicate better, will help you deal with everyone and everything in society at large better, will help you get in touch with your deeper motivations. I think you are in touch with your deeper motivations. They're kind of simple, and they're not nearly as complicated as this person's. This moon might be theirs. Don't let them suck you into it, because you're being advised to lighten up and move towards the sun. And I can see that that's where you kind of want to go. It's just a matter of you both accepting each other for who you really are. Also, I think that this person doesn't entirely trust you. I think that this person wants you to be who they want you to be, and you might not be. If you can address that, there could be more constructive communication and forward motion between you, Gemini. Yeah, they're pulling back and they're telling me to stop. Thank you, Spirit. All right, Gem, that's your reading for the end of November, moving into December. I hope it resonates and I hope it helps. Link to my website for private readings, again, is down in the description below this video. I'm always listening to the universe for you, Gemini. Take care. Bye. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time.